Oh, could this day get any worse? I suppose I must speak with my betters. Ah, who to speak with first? Ah, hmm, perhaps the warlock will bring me some news. Sanctis Santanus Sanctus Dominus Diablos Sabiat Sanctanus Venir Satanus Venir, I summon you, warlock.
Summoner.
Warlock, what news have you?
I have many problems in my lands.
What vexes you, warlock?
It- it-
Perhaps I will tell you of what vexes me.
Thank you. Yes.
Druids chant my name in their sacred glen. If they complete this ritual, I will be struck dead by their natural magics. Warlock, you have some sway over matters elemental. Assist me.
I do. Not over the natural elements, but the beasts that dwell within it. I am able to command small beasts and insects and swarms. How can I be of assistance with them?
If you could interrupt the chant in any way, interrupt the ritual, make them believe that the nature that they serve has forsaken them. Perhaps with these insects, it could be the difference maker for me.
Yes. Yes, I believe I can do something for you. But I need something in return. Hellfire rages through my lands, burning my shrouded woods and destroying the source of my power. Are your demonic allies able to end that inferno?
Yes, likely. If I complete the hymn of Sukkar to the demons of Tartarus, they could quench this hellfire, but I am far too weakened to do so right now. If you could complete this ritual chant, or end the chant in some way, perhaps I could be of assistance to you.
I have a better idea. I am able to control and enchant various matters of flora. I can make these druids wet themselves in fear.
That would be most convenient for me.
Yes, I can do this thing.
All right. Well, make it so then.
I'll get on it right now.
Wonderful. I must bid farewell. That was more convenient than I would have thought. Perhaps I should be so lucky with the rest of my friends. Perhaps I will see what the necromancer has to say. An interesting sort. Dios are dias ilia. Sorvet seclum in favia. Teste Saturn cum sibia. I summon you, necromancer.
La 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 la. Summoner! How dare you disturb me in my
Yes.
slumber? Don't you know to call first?
Very difficult day for us all, I see.
Yes, I have many problems assailing me at my tomb of defiled ancestors, which is where I currently am, of course.
Oh, yes, the tomb of defiled ancestors, etc. Right. I mean, here I am, simply in my sanctum sanctorum, where one would normally be.
Of course. Where else would a summoner be? Why have you disturbed me?
I must request some assistance.
I see.
My
You're always
situation-
after something, Summoner.
My situation is dire. The damnable Hierophant of the Alabaster Temple has blessed me from afar,
Oh, that
Knowing full
damnable
well-
Hierophant.
knowing full
always
well that her
blessing you.
blessing would afflict me like a pox. I am rotting away. You must remove this blessing somehow.
And why should I help you? I have so many other things to occupy my time.
I think we both understand the crucial nature of our conclave. We only have so many friends amongst us. My assistance to you should be understood.
I'd say, how about you put me through to the wizard? I would like to speak to her to solve one of my problems. If that could be accomplished, I may be able to help you out with that damnable Hierophant.
I cannot guarantee you that when I reach out to the wizard, that she will be cognizant of our requests. She is old and in her years, and otherwise distracted with mortal things. But I will attempt for your benefit.
She often straightens her hair and walks away from the crystal ball at the most inopportune moments.
I have heard such things. And she also wears a t-shirt that is not the most appropriate attire for a wizard. But, you know, who knows? People try to look young, I guess. I don't know. Orient splendor lucis aeterne, it's Lucifer justifique. Vini et illumine dentetes. I summon the wizard.
Oh, do you need something, Necromancer?
Yes, wizard. There are two halflings on a quest to destroy me by casting my jewelry into a volcano. I need you to end this nonsense immediately.
I guess I could help you.
Then do so.
But why would I?
Oh, you're a damned fool, wizard. If you do not help me, I will be destroyed, and then where will the lands be?
All right, I can see what I can do.
Please, you must. If there's anything I could do in return. Please.
Well, there is something you can do. A heinous pestilence sweeps the land like a scythe, felling peasants and cattle alike. I will not die so easily. Resolve this with your magics, death lover.
A pestilence killing your cows, did you say?
And peasants.
Killing your peasants? That won't do it all.
Peasants are very important. We all agree on this.
Of course, where would we be without our peasants? And our cows?
Well, are you gonna... Can you help me with this?
I tell you what, pestilence, you say? Well, I could manifest a most aggressive pestilence to counteract the pestilence that is attacking your peasants. There's too many P's in this sentence. So
you're gonna put a pestilence
I will pestilence
on the pestilence?
size your
that is-
pestilence. I
What
can
if
do
the
this thing.
pestilence you're gonna put on the pestilence makes another problem?
Then we
I
will
don't- I
cross that
can't
bridge
have-
when we come to it.
Well, I like to be...
I often use this
I like to have
pestilence
force-
myself, and it's never affected my peasants.
I like to have forethought and before I agree to something. I just don't want to have to deal with the pestilence that you're putting on my pestilence.
So no pestilence then. How about instead I initiate the torment of 1,000 vengeful wraiths?
Hold on a second. I mean, if we're dealing in pestilence here, there's still this Hierophant issue. I'm just throwing it out there. Could perhaps the pestilence deal with the Hierophant of the Alabaster Temple?
I had another thing in mind for your damnable Hierophant. Let's see how the wizard would like to deal with this pestilence. Pestilence or wraiths, wizard, make your choice.
I guess we could try your pestilence. We'll see.
Okay, give me just one moment. It appears to be working. Have a look out your window. How are your peasants?
They seem to be doing okay now. But I just want to say, if this pestilence on the pestilence becomes my new pestilence, then I'll be sending you a strongly worded letter.
You could bill me. Now about my problem with these damnable halflings.
Okay. Well, I think I'll try to do the ritual of unholy desecration and shame, see if that'll stop them. Are you okay with that?
What's that involve exactly? Is that walking behind them with a bell?
Well, they're just gonna get a very strong sense of shame in what they're doing, and they'll stop doing whatever they're doing.
Sounds good, as long as it stops them. That ring was very hard to come by.
All right. I will do the spell.
It looks very effective.
It should have worked.
They appear to be retreating. Thank you, wizard. Perhaps I was wrong about you. You're not such a fool after all. I admire your prowess with your wand.
You know, with age brings wisdom also. Don't forget
Wizard,
that.
I bid you farewell. Now, Necromancer, about the issue that I brought to you.
Oh, yes.
This damnable Hierophant of the Alabaster.
Hierophant. Well, let me see. I could imbue all the shadows with hatred and hunger. I think that would deal with your Hierophant quite well.
I mean, I just need some specific shadows, probably. Like the 6 or 7 shadows nearest to him. Really, a dart would do just as well, or maybe stab him in the ear, or...
Well, I don't deal with stabbings, as you know. I'm more of a hatred and hunger kind of fellow.
No, I get it. I understand. We all have our forties.
It's really all the shadows or none of the shadows.
Do you feel that this whole shadow option is probably our best routine for this? I mean, I trust in your medical expertise.
I mean, Hierophants definitely don't like hatred and hunger, and there'll be a lot of it around them. I think it has a good shot at working.
All right, Lomi, let's try it out. Let's see what there is to see from the. I mean, I got nothing to lose. I figure at this point. Okay. So shadows it be, I guess.
Let me try this. Shadows, I imbue you with hatred and hunger. He appears to have had a torch. It banished the shadows.
Did he now?
Yes, it does not seem to have worked, I'm afraid. Summoner?
Seems interesting that it did not.
Perhaps somebody else could assist you.
I suppose they must. You have, I suppose, served little purpose today, Necromancer.
Well,
I bid you farewell.
Fine, goodbye then, Summoner.
I'm already on to other shit, man. You can't hold my attention. My crystal ball is off. I don't even know I'm talking to you right now. I feel the need to close out this conversation on a high note. Yeah, so let's see. I feel like I was a little bit thrown off on that last one. Sanctus Sanctanus, Sanctus Dominus, Diablo Sabios, etc., etc. I summon you, Warlock.
What can
Hey,
I do
Warlock.
for you?
I mean, you could stop eating the worms for a moment, please.
Listen. I'm in my savage garden of carnivorous plants. My page was just eaten. There was not a lot else to do here.
Listen, I have got to come clean with you here. I am filled with remorse, for a memory has been restored to me that was previously unavailable for complex reasons, and we don't want to get into the wheres and the whens and the who's and the whats. But let me just say, in short, I may have done something in the recent past considered unspeakable, okay? And it was
How
something...
unspeakable is what on the level of unspeakable are we talking about here?
We're talking about something that may have or may have not have been forbidden by the order of mages. Something that I am so wrought with guilt that I feel totally compelled to confess my truth to you, given that you have helped me in recent instances.
Yes. So tell me.
Okay, so listen, long story short, the wizard, she's kind of a shithead, right? And so here's what happened. We both know that, I mean, she's kind of more into the politics of wizardry than really like the meat and potatoes of the whole thing, you know? And so...
I mean, hey, let's give her dues. She was pretty hot shit back in the day.
Well, sure. I mean, at one point she was kind of the tough stuff, right? But I mean, you know, everybody hits a point in their career, right, where it's like, okay, time for retirement. Maybe I'm going to take up shuffleboarding. And I think this is probably the time for the wizard. Long story short, I may or may not, depending on who you talk to, have poked about in her brain a little bit. Now, not a lot, and I did not implant any thoughts, and I did not do anything super untoward, but I thought, you know, she's in this delicate state where I don't really know what side she's sitting on, and I said, maybe if I just poke around in there a little bit, I can figure out if she has any secrets related to the war that we are all facing, and just see what the situation is. Now, I know that's not great, and I know that's not a good thing.
Not cool.
No, I know it's not cool. I was so wrought with what would be considered guilt that I ensorcelled myself, and I erased this memory from my life. But your good deed and your aid in helping me in my time of need, it actually unlocked that thought in my head, and I realized the situation that is here. And so I just felt the need to unburden myself to you, my closest friend among the council.
Right, yes. You're speaking in circles. What was the memory that you unearthed?
Oh, yeah, this is all her fault. She basically went in a mad power grab situation type thing, and struck a couple of kingdoms against each other. And next thing you know, hey, look at this. Everybody looking out saying, oh, let's kill all the council of mages. The order must die, and et cetera, et cetera. So this knowledge is, I mean, you know, ends don't justify the means, but here we are. We're in this situation, and yeah, she's a pretty shitty person.
You're saying that the wizard started this war?
I'm saying that the wizard poked her nose into a few things here and there, pushed a couple sides against each other, and next thing you know, the heat was drawn on us. And so now we are in a crossfire caused by the wizard's greed. That's
a big bomb to drop on me here.
Yes, well, I just found out about it myself. See, think how I feel. It's a pretty rough day for me.
Who else knows this?
It's just the two of us at this point.
Maybe we should just keep it that way?
I don't trust the necromancer so much right now.
No. He's a real...
He could have probably helped me with this issue I was having with the Hierophant. And he was like, oh, hey, bro, man, this is how we deal with this. We are going to make the shadows be angry shadows. And I said, this probably doesn't sound like a way that's going to function as a way to kill a Hierophant. And he says, no, listen, this is going to do it. And it didn't do it because the Hierophant had a torch. And let me tell you, if your magic is imperative that the man does not have a torch in this day and age, You don't have the most functional magic in the world. I mean,
Well, it's listen, only because you brought it up. You know that problem you were having with the druids?
right?
Well, I mean, I came to the Garden of Savage Carnivorous Plants to get some specimens to disrupt their circle, and I mean, I think I said it at the beginning that one of them ate one of my pages, and I haven't actually been able to get those specimens I need to be able to do that thing. I'm real sorry. I'm trying, but they're huge, and they eat people.
Very confusing, because I felt compelled to tell you this damning piece of information based on the fact that you had helped me in a previous situation. And were I to find out that you had not actually helped me in that previous situation, well, I don't know what I would do.
Well, listen, maybe since the wizard owes us one here, maybe we could get her in here, and I could trade some favors and maybe get her to try to solve your problem.
Listen, I have other issues for the wizard to solve. Your issue that I pose to you is to stop these damnable druids from chanting my name in their sacred glen. Can you or can you not provide me with a solution?
I mean, I've been trying.
Try harder.
But with the war on and everything, I'm very distracted.
Maybe
and now that I
there's
don't have a
another way
page,
that you can
there's no
think
one
of
to carry
that
my
might be
things.
successful.
Right. Right.
Let's talk about your situation, Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
Surely there are issues that plague you as well.
There
An
are.
issue that I could perhaps assist in.
Well, I mean, I hate to ask now in retrospect, but how are the hellfires going that have destroyed a lot of my sources of power?
Those hellfires that I have not yet...
Wait a second.
So focused on this issue.
Wait a second. Are you coming down on me for not solving your issue and mine isn't done either?
Well, I never promised to solve your issue. I said if we talked about my issue, perhaps there could be some resolution.
Well, perhaps then there could be if my issue was solved.
Yet you have promised me a solution and yet to deliver, so I do not know why I would provide any solutions to you until your promise was fulfilled.
I feel that I'm about to say the exact same thing to you and we're going to talk in circles.
Well, I fear that you
I have always been a trusted member of this council, and I am still trying to solve your problem. If this is the treatment that I'm going to get, Summoner, I've often been described that holds the glue that holds this council together.
I feel we have little to say to each other at this moment. Farewell, Warlock. Oh boy, this is going to be one of those days. You know, when you feel it at the beginning of the day and it kind of sits in on the temples of your head and you say, this is going to be a shit day. This is going to be one of those days when a goddamn Hierophant comes and just stabs you in the fucking throat. And you know it's going to happen once and twice in your lifetime, but you know, you just don't want it to happen on a Tuesday. Orient Splendor, Lucius Eterne, Lucifer Justife, etc., etc. I summon you, Wizard.
Hello.
Hey,
Summoner.
Wizard. How's things?
They could be better.
What's going on in your world? You know, I've heard so many good things about you lately. Everyone's talking about how you're the new shit these days.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, there's like it's hot and.
What else have you heard about me?
I've heard that you're like the hot stuff now. You're solving everybody's problems. It's like, it's wonderful.
Okay. Well, I'm having some problems with a damn fairy prince. Let's unleash some magic eats. That way, what? Has unleashed some magic that eats away at reality. My magic weakens with each day, and soon I too shall perish. Murder that prince. Murder him, I say.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. Okay, here is a solution I could provide. I have at my beck and call approximately 7 to 8 abyssal soul hounds. You know, as you do, you keep them around. Abyssal soul hounds are very useful. And were they to be summoned and set forth upon this jackass prince, you know, he'd be just like that, right? So I can provide this service for you. No problem. And in fact, I will not ask anything in return, but I will mention an issue that I am having at this current time, and that there just happens to be, you know, take this for what it's worth, a silver-mailed paladin just happens to stalk the Coldlands, and he's murdering my demons, you know, which is an issue, especially when you have soul hounds, and they're kind of like, you know, thinking about the demons a lot, and it's like, oh, what's going on with my demons? And they're very concerned about these issues. And so if there was anything you could do about the silver-mailed paladin killing on my demons, that would be great.
Well, let me speak with the Crypt's oracular skulls and
That
get
sounds
back to you.
That sounds
Yeah.
very promising.
I'll get
Tell you
back
what.
to you.
Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and conjure those abyssal hounds for you, right?
Okay.
Because I feel like we're on the same page here. And, okay, so it's very formal, so forgive me for this, but here, puppers. Here, puppers.
Are they cute puppies?
No, they're giant devil hounds. They're terrible creatures.
Do they
And
like
yes, I am
tummy
I'm
rubs?
receiving a report back, and oh yes, your prince is dead. He has been devoured by soul hounds. So check that off your to-do list, lady. You are having a great day.
Oh.
So any news on that paladin, by the way? Just no pressure.
Yeah. The skulls that I have spoken with have given me a spell that I can use on the paladin.
Oh, that's
That should
that's very
take
sweet.
right good care of that.
Sweet. You know what? Let's go. Team Wizard,
do
Team
this.
Summoner. That's great. Hey, major stuff right there. I love it. Okay, great. Thank you very much. You're a wonderful addition to this council, and you know you're doing some great things. I appreciate it. You know, top notch.
All right.
Is there anybody else you would like to speak to at this point? I mean, I maybe can some pack some in here if you got some issues.
I need to speak with the warlock if you can bring her.
Oh yeah, the
into
warlock
this.
and okay, yeah, she's got some issues these days. I don't know what's going on with her. Let me go talk to her real quick and see if she can have a minute for you. Right? Okay, so I'm gonna let you go for a minute and see what the warlock has to say and see if she's free. Right? Okay.
Okay.
Farewell to you, wizard.
Farewell.
Okay, geez, I don't want to get those two together. That's going to be some bad news. Let's see. Dias Aria, Dias Ilia, Soviet Sanquilam, Favila, Testa Saturn, Comicilia, Contos Tremor, etc. I summon you, Necromancer. Again with the hat. What is the deal with that hat? It's getting a little bit weird, man. You know this, right? All right, listen, I'm just trying to patch you through at this point. I'm just trying to solve some issues. I would really love to take a pee break. You know, nothing between you and me. So is there somebody that maybe could solve some issues for you would like to talk to? Maybe unmute yourself. You have your seeing
Oh
stuff
dear.
on mute.
It
It happens to the best of us. I don't know.
completely missed me calling for my mummy.
Okay, that's a little bit weird, but is there anyone you'd like to talk to?
Yes,
the lying warlock or maybe the wizard or anyone?
What are you saying about the warlock? The warlock's a fine lass.
Oh yeah,
One
she's
of the
great.
best
She's
of
been
us.
saying some weird things about you lately, but you know, nothing too
What
straightforward.
has she been saying?
Oh, just things about you being a terrible person and dirty and dealing with the darkest of magics that could unravel the
I'm
very
dirty. I dig
foundation
up
of the
bodies
world. I
all
know she
day.
doesn't understand. She doesn't understand power, but you know, if you want to talk to her, that's fine.
I don't know
Let
if
me
I
get her
believe
on.
you. I've never
I'm going to
trusted
take
you, Summoner.
what, me?
Yeah, put me through to the warlock. Go
Well, I mean, don't be
pee.
be a jerk about it. I mean, we're all on the same page here. Sanctus Satanus, Sanctus Dominus, Diablo Sabio, Sanctus Verde, Satanus Eva Satanus, etc., etc. I summon you, Warlock.
Oh, Summoner, good news.
Yes?
I got my plants to obey finally.
Well, that is wonderful news. That is really
so
great.
The druids.
I have additional great news for you. The hymn of succor that I have been focused on so righteously, focused on to the demons of Tartarus, that it has worked, and you should notice immediate success in your ventures.
Yes, I have noticed it. My power it's slowly coming back.
This is wonderful. Okay, listen, I don't want to be short, but I have to pee like a Mexican racehorse. So I will be right back, and you two have a conversation. Have fun. Have fun with each other.
Necromancer, I didn't see.
Warlock, my good friend. How have you been?
Yes,
It's
good
been,
friends.
been a long time.
Yep.
I thought you're
been a
one of the
long
best
time.
of the council, Percy. Fine character. Great strength. Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, I'm trying.
Well, you're doing
what
a
can
damn
I do?
good job.
What can I do for you?
I have a rather pressing matter at the moment. There's an army of elves marching through the obsidian wastes. They're ending the blight that fuels my dark magic. Without that blight, I'm useless. There's nothing I'll be able to do to help the world, to help anybody. There must be something you can do to aid this problem.
Yeah, I can command the monsters of the Shadowmire Woods.
Oh, the Shadowmire
can-
Woods, those are right next to the obsidian wastes.
Yes, very convenient.
It's very convenient.
I can petition the monsters there, and if I can create an army, it might be able to rival the one of the elves.
Oh, it's a very big army. How many monsters could you wrangle up?
Oh boy, I mean I don't know. I don't usually keep a census of them. But I will go and see and find as many as I can.
That would be wonderful. I'd be most grateful if you could do these things. Yes.
Listen, there is something that maybe you can help me with as well.
Right, go on.
One of my acolytes, I mean, acolytes, you've had enough of your own as well, has turned traitor and decided that my somewhat morally gray practices are not to his liking, has turned against me and hired an assassin to kill me.
Just one assassin.
Yes, is there anything you can do to prevent this?
I was thinking of raising an army of undead soldiers, but it seems a bit of overkill for one single assassin.
For one, yeah.
So instead of an army of undead soldiers, how about I initiate the torment of 1,000 vengeful wraiths? The army was more than 1,000. So it's not as much overkill.
They both seem like overkill, but hey, listen, I will take what I can get.
Let me flick through my spellbook here. Hungry hippos, flying horses. Vengeful wraiths. Here we go. Onum Shiba. They should be on their way to take care of your assassin right now. Just wait a few moments. You should hear word from one of them.
Great. I will go and head to. Oh boy, where can I do this from? I have a chapel, the Chapel of Stalwart Oak and Ash, where I can get to a portal to speak to these beasts.
That would be wonderful. Oh,
so I'm going to.
One of the wraiths is just coming back now. What's that? Yes. Okay. But yes, he's dispatched the assassin. You have no more problems with that anymore.
Great.
Don't
Well,
worry,
I
if you
will
could deal with
head
that
over.
elven army
the-
for me, that would be wonderful.
Yep. I'm heading over to the chapel right now, and I will take care of that.
Thank you, jolly good. Great.
I'll get him to patch me through next time.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Summoner, are you still there?
Yeah, I am still here, and you are dismissed, Warlock. Necromancer, what troubles you? I mean,
Sorry, I
done
was
the beer.
just taking some of my potion. Keeps me young.
Yeah, it's the constitutional. I
Keeps
know.
the,
Your order
bones
has many
limber.
rituals. Sure, I know.
I've been so distracted. I didn't even realize there's unicorns and pegasi attacking the Tower of Necromancy.
Oh, well, that just
I
doesn't
need your
do.
protection.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, that sounds like a great solution that I could provide. But hey, here I am, still weakened by this goddamn
Damned
pox.
Hierophant.
It's the Hierophant. You know how it happens. To the
Yes,
best of us. It's the,
Very surprised the shadows did not work.
yes. If there's any other solutions you might be able to provide, I might be able to return to full power and make my way to the Temple of Baal and chant to bring forth the servants of Baal to actually slay these unicorns for you.
And the
But
Pegasus.
for now, I do not think I can make the journey.
Yes, that Hierophant must be causing you rather a lot of issues. I could raise a tenebrous army of undead soldiers.
Listen, I'm all about undead soldiers in armies. Hey, great stuff.
Send them. I mean, even if they can't take him out, they'll certainly be able to delay him for long enough.
Well,
for
let's
you
hope
to
they could take
build
him
up your
out. I mean,
power.
No, I mean, we could hope for the taking him out part.
Well, I mean,
That
there
would
is a
be
whole
great.
army of them.
I mean, sure, right? I mean, pure numbers would dictate that surely they should be able to take him out, correct?
I would think so.
Let's get ahead
let
with
me
that
do that,
army stuff then.
Let's have this special magic bomb here. Should raise an army.
Listen, I just don't even like unicorns and Pegasi, so this is kind of a win for me too.
The army is on the way. How far away is this Hierophant?
The Temple of
exactly?
Baal you speak of it is a trek for me. I mean, I don't keep it on my main premises.
But I mean, how far is the Hierophant from my army? Will it take
that
days to get
business.
there, or?
Well, I mean, where did you raise the army? I mean, it's an army of undead. I mean, where do you target that stuff at?
Just here in this room with me, the crypt of infinite silence and dismay.
Well, I
It
mean,
was a crypt.
luckily
There's
enough,
a lot of bodies here.
you're
I
not
just-
gonna believe this, man. But luckily enough, hey, they're just right outside your door. This guy,
Oh,
I don't know why he decided of
Very
all places to
convenient.
take up residence next to your tower. But hey, here we are.
Yes, indeed. Let's hope they can get the job done.
I mean, surely they can walk downstairs and just stab this guy in the throat, right?
I would assume so.
Let's find out.
I-
I'm just gonna stay
I
on the
didn't
line for
train
a
them
moment.
for stairs, mind. They seem to be having a
I
bit
mean,
of trouble with them.
I hope they can make it. Is there an access ramp for like handicapped accessibility or
Honestly,
such?
it seems like the Hierophant has quite a large pack of dogs with him, unfortunately. They're tearing the soldiers apart.
Oh no, that's not good.
It's really
That
very,
is really bad
very not
news.
good. In fact, it's very bad. They're all dead, or deader than they were.
You are not.
My magic is
solving my-
failing me today.
Yes, very thoroughly, and I cannot feel like making that trek to the Temple of Baal will be something that I could do right now.
I've
I
expended two
don't
of
know,
my
I-
most powerful spells trying to help you out, Summoner.
And they were super successful right now.
That's
tell
not
you
my
that
fault.
much,
This
but-
Hierophant is a genius. Carries a torch, travels
I
with
mean,
dogs.
he doesn't. He's on crutches. I mean, that's the problem. This whole situation is that this is mostly an invalid Hierophant at this point. He's lost a leg. He's lost two of his eyes. Both of his eyes he lost to ravens, of all things. And he fell down the stairs the last time he was at your place, if I remember correctly. And, it just feels like you might not be putting forth your fullest of efforts, which is fine. I don't want to
Trying.
impugn your abilities or anything of that nature. But, making it over there, all the way over to that temple, to chant and etc., it just seems so vexing to me now. I mean, the thing I could do for you, right now would be a little less powerful of a spell. I don't know if it's really going to do the thing for you. Maybe we'll see if you figure anything out in the meantime. But, man, I would sure like to get to that temple of Baal for you.
I'm sure I would like you to.
Here we are, right? Here we are.
Let me go to my laboratory of forbidden knowledge and see if I can find anything else that may aid you.
That might be great. You go do that, Mr. Necromancer, and I will bid you a farewell.
Goodbye for now, summoner.
I already said farewell. You don't understand how these balls work. You have no idea about appropriate usage of summoning balls. Some people are just such rank amateurs at this, and it really bothers me sometimes. But I shouldn't let it get to me. I feel like, by and large, I'm doing quite all right for myself. I've made a good life. I have various henchmen that do my bidding, and those are good things to have when you're a summoner of my stature. So I mean, big or small, large or tiny, I feel like all in all, I'm doing pretty well for myself. Let's see what else anybody else might say. You know what? I know who I haven't talked to in a while. Let's talk to the warlock. Let me see. I got some summoning stuffs that I need to do. Munde, etc. Bula, ala kapu, waha. I summon you, warlock.
Summoner.
Hey, you're looking a little less formal right now. It's kind of let your hair down.
I'm
right?
trying to spend some quality time with my familiar here.
Oh, that happens. I understand. I don't have one of those. I'm a summoner, so I mean, my job is playing telephone operators for a bunch of weirdos. So I don't really know all that stuff with the familiars and so forth. But
you should get yourself one. They're great companions.
I thought about getting a parrot. I don't know. Are they easy to train or?
I don't know. I've got a feline.
Okay, so cats and birds, they're very similar in a lot of ways. But, so, hey, how's things by you? You got all your situations, sorted and no problem?
No, I still have some things that I'm taking care of around here.
Things are still not great, huh?
Can I speak to the wizard?
Well, yeah, I talked to the wizard earlier, and she said she wanted to talk to you. But here's the thing. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Because the wizard, as we discussed a moment ago, is totally to blame for all this shit that's going on right now. We know this. You and I, we are in the same boat with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know this. And so, I helped the wizard out because she kind of pinned me into a mortal corner where it was, either, do the thing for the greater good and help the rest of us and all that great stuff, or kind of screw her over. And I didn't feel like at the moment that taking vengeance was worth all of our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just let it go, and I kind of helped her with her situation. And I called some abyssal soul hounds, just a kind of a snap of the fingers.
Right, yeah.
As you do.
Regular. Yeah.
And solved her issue, and she solved my issue, and we're all hunky-dory and great. But I would just like to remind you that this is kind of a jacked up situation we're in, and we're probably all going to die because of all of these terrible goodniks and armies of the angels and such that are knocking at our gates. And just remember, this is all the wizard's fault.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just between the two of us, I wanted to make sure that we were on the same page with that.
Yep. We gotcha.
Good deal. Okay,
Oh, it feels like we're on the same page. I like that. Okay. Yes. So, Butros, Gali, Idris Elba, I summon you, wizard.
Yes, Summoner. You
Hey,
took a
how's it
while.
going? So, no. Listen, there's been a lot of things happening. Everybody's been having their own stuff to deal with, and we were trying to battle that for a long time. But hey, look who I brought along to the party. It's the warlock.
Hi, wizard.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? How are your aches and pains? And how's that gout that I helped you treat the other day?
It's better. Thank you.
Okay, good. You know,
How
just wanna
about
make sure
you?
you're
Everything
comfortable.
okay?
Well, I mean,
Problems going on?
Hey, actually, maybe there's something you could help me with.
Sure.
I've got these stone golems, and I had enchanted them, but they're not obeying me anymore. I don't unfortunately have the incantation to be able to destroy them. Thought maybe you could think of something.
Yeah. I think I could do the ritual of unholy desecration and shame.
Oh, great! That sounds perfect. Yeah.
That's a really good one. I just want to put this out there. No, I'm not listening in or anything like this, but that's a good one. I would suggest it.
All right. Just a crashy shame. Ah!
Oh, did it work?
Should have worked.
Oh, yes, I see they're crumbling into boulders and rocks right now. Oh, thank you so much. They had already stepped on a few of my pages, and it was getting really messy around here.
Oh, that's no good.
Oh, no good.
So while I have you here,
Hmm?
I have some carnivorous plants that are marauding my tower. I can't leave. Did you do this?
Why? What are they doing to your tower?
They're marauding my tower. They're just taking over it.
Oh God, carnivorous plants, they can get all up in your business. They can maraud like you wouldn't believe.
Is there?
But it seems a little weird that you point a finger at the warlock for this. That's kind of strange.
Is there a druid circle around your tower?
No?
Oh, well, then I guess it wasn't me.
Prove it. Can you destroy the plant so that I can leave?
Well, I can cast a ritual of sacred protection and warding on your tower.
Okay. Let's see if that
I mean, I don't think these are my plants, but it sounds like you need some help.
Yeah, I could.
All right. Give me a second. Yeah, I've got my tome. Warding. Okay. Did it work? Do you feel the energy around it? Around your tower? Are you in your tower?
Yes.
Yes,
I feel something.
Okay. Yeah, that's really the best I can offer right now.
All right, as long as it takes care of the plant.
Oh, it should protect you from. I mean, you can't really leave your tower, but your tower's protected. I mean, you probably shouldn't leave your tower anyway. There's a lot of stairs going down, and
That's true.
You never know, something could happen.
Hey, listen, guys, I don't want to interrupt here, but I'm just going to throw this out here. I think by and large, as a group, we all need to have a real conversation about maybe putting some of our summoning circles or our main laboratories on a main floor instead of doing all this stuff with all of the stairs, because there's already been some serious issues with stairs so far. Did you know that skeletons can't handle stairs very well? Apparently, they fall down and then they get killed by hierophants that are trying to suck my powder from me and things of that nature. So, maybe in the future, just if anybody's taking the minutes of this meeting, maybe make a note. We can revisit it some more in the future.
Wait, I mean, if we're gonna have this, shouldn't we patch the necromancer in?
Oh, he doesn't have so much to say today. He's got issues, and we're having issues solving them, and he's
Well,
having
I
issues
mean,
solving.
I have something to tell him, so if you could patch him through.
Uh, maybe, sure. Okay. Let's see. Mekalekahai Mekihaini Hall. I summon you, a necromancer.
But, Mummy, I had a bath last week! God damn it, Summoner!
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going well, I suppose. I've still got these
Did,
unicorns and Pegasi attacking my tower.
Yeah,
Other
no,
than
that
that-
sounds rough. And I hate unicorns and Pegasi so much. Anyway, the warlock has some questions or something for you that
Yeah,
needed
no,
to be
I've got
said or
some.
something.
I've got
Warlock, my
some.
friend.
I've got some bad news. It turns out that the population growth of the monsters in the Shadowmire Woods this year was low because of ecological changes, and there wasn't enough food for prey, and so I mean, I sent them after the elves, but there definitely weren't enough of them,
Oh,
and
that's
they got pretty slaughtered.
most disappointing. So the elves are still marching through the Obsidian Wastes. Is that
The
what you're
elves
telling
are
me?
still marching, yes.
Dear. Is there perhaps anything else that you might do to assist? I'm rather spent at the moment. I've tried all these spells all day and don't have much left.
Mm.
As a friend, perhaps you could assist me. Maybe
Oh, who are you talking
to you, my friend.
to? Right. Uh, well, I mean, speaking with the beasts, I mean, it's not in my native tongue, and it exhausts me. So much of my magic power was wrapped up in that attempt. I don't think I have anything left.
I see how it is. But at least the assassin won't bother you any longer. That's all I can ask for. My friend is safe in the tower.
Right. Yeah. Hunky dory.
Suppose I shall have to go and face these army of elves by myself. If the unicorns and Pexide don't get me first, of course.
Oh, you watch over those horns, right?
Yes. Very, very pointy. Summer, did you perhaps figure out anything that could assist me with the unicorn problem?
I feel stressed also, Finn. I must say farewell to some of my friends here on the party line. So farewell to the wizard, who just never hung up because she's kind of a creeper right now. Farewell to you, Miss Warlock, who has all your shit solved. So that's great for you. And so now it's just you and me, Mr. Necromancer. Sure, I got a couple of options here to me. Two options seem apparent.
I should tell you first, I spent some time in my laboratory of forbidden knowledge, but when I got there, that damnable Hierophant had been and ransacked the place. And nothing left. Smashed all my bottles, burned all my books. I
he's
can't
a real
do anything
asshole.
to help you, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you should totally stab him in the ear, is what I've been saying.
Next time
Maybe
I see
since
him, I
day
will
one.
stoop to the stabbing, I tell you. I'll break off one of those unicorn horns and use that.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a great solution. Hey.
You would just make a bunch of
here's-
armor out of that.
Excuse me, madam, but I have hung up on you.
Oh,
You cannot interact with us in this state.
Crushed crystal balls.
It happens to the best of us. I don't know. what to
sorry,
tell
we're on
you.
a party line. I'm going.
Yeah, I know. I can't hang up on one person and not. It's a really confusing situation. I shouldn't have used this crystal ball. I should use a different one. It has call waiting, and so okay. So here's a couple of options I have, Mr. Necromancer. Jim, if I can call you Jim, your given name.
Yes,
Your
of course.
Christian name, Jim the Necromancer. Listen,
here's our options as I see it. Okay. One option is I could try to take the long and arduous trek. Ooh, so arduous, to the Temple of Baal.
It is a long way.
Do that whole chant
I mean,
thing.
at your age, you shouldn't be undertaking a journey of that magnitude, especially not with the higher.
Well, I mean, I'm not so old, but I mean, I would like to say that, this pox that I've been afflicted with by that goddamn Hierophant is kind of taking a toll on me. And let's face it, I might get there, I might complete the chant, and then in all likelihood, I would die.
You'd certainly be very chafed.
Yeah, well, I mean, no doubt. The other option, I could go to the Tower of Purest Devilry, which is actually not that far. If I just go down into my main my main area and take a left and then 2 rights, and then it's a quick hop, skip, and a jump, and there's an elevator that take me up, and then up to the Tower of Purest Devilry, a lovely place. I think it's one of my favorite places. And from there, I could cast a rune of eternal exile to Gehenna. Now, you may not know much about Gehenna, but let me tell you, when you put a group of unicorns and Pegasi in Gehenna, let me tell you, fella, they do not come back. Okay? So, those are my options,
Sounds like a very good option. This rune,
Servants
just a
of
hop, skip, and a
Baal.
jump, you say?
No, it's very close. I mean, now,
Be
I
careful
will
with the
say,
skipping, like I said, at your age.
well, I mean, the pox and all that, sure. The downside, obviously, is that, the rune requires them to, walk directly over it. And I don't know if you have any systems by which you can get all of the unicorn and Pegasi to follow in a straight line. But if you could do that in some way, then this could be a wonderful solution.
I could attempt to channel them through this rune.
This could be a wonderful solution. Okay, so should I just go over to the tower then?
It sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay, here we go. Hold on a second. I do have a teleportation sphere. I might as well just use that. That would be much safer and quicker, and I don't know when I'm going to use it. I made about 60 of these things. And so, okay, here we are. Temple of Purest Devilry. It's an exciting place. It looks very similar to my other area, but decorating, you just kind of make do with what you can, right? So, all right. So let's see, runes. I have a book here. Let me look through. Yes, runes, eternal exile to Gehenna. Yes. Okay. Okay. So the rune that we want is it's called. And if we put that in the right place, let's see. Okay, give me some rough estimates. Square footage on your tower. What are we looking at there?
The hill seems to be converging in a roughly 10-foot area around my tower. Sort of 10 foot wide.
Okay.
I could put it there. I could channel them all through that way. It's sort of as wide as my doorway, really.
Sure. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, carry the one. We got some split. Okay. All right. I think I got the math worked out on this one pretty good. You're still over in Oster, right?
Yes. Been there a long time now.
All right. Okay, we got this solved. Okay. Rune casting is kind of a strange thing. You may have never seen it before, but it usually requires you just to smack yourself about the head several times. And so here it goes.
Or me.
Yeah, it's a 2-for thing. So like you're the incoming and I'm the outgoing, right? So I hit myself and then you hit yourself, and then I hit myself. And then you turn around and hit yourself, and etc. And you do that a few times, and then it says, "Okay, now I know where I'm going." Right?
Okay.
So make sure
you're not making this
right.
up.
Okay, I'll say, No. This is totally the way it goes. So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. On 2, I will hit myself. On 3, you will hit yourself, and that will help zone in this attack. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Did it work?
The timing was all off. Okay, try it again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You know, it's the damnedest thing. But for some strange reason, this isn't working. I don't know what it is. Maybe the distance is too great. I've never tried casting a rune further than 45 feet. So, you know, in this situation, I guess I should have expected some issues. But I'm sorry, but for whatever reason, this is not being very functional for us. Oh, and sadly, I feel so exhausted.
I suppose the Tower of Bells is too far for you at this time.
You know, if I would have done that first, I did have a lot of teleportation spheres over in my sanctorum. Probably could have used that, and that probably would have worked a little better. But now I'm here, and the pox has afflicted me in such a way that I feel as if I cannot go on. You know what? I'm going to bring everybody together for this because this is an important moment, I feel. Boomity boomity bimbo bimbo bango. I summon you, wizard.
Hello.
Hi, wizard. Gule gule gule. Mama say mama sa mama kusa. I summon you, warlock.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the situation we find ourselves in. I'm dying, like no big thing, but I'm gonna be dead in probably about 2 seconds here. So I figured I'd get a few things out there in the open real quick. First of all, wizard, you suck. Because I looked in your head and I saw that this is all your fault, first of all. You started
looked
this
in
whole
my
war.
head?
You were, yes, and it's a big, feel so bad about the situation. But I looked in your head and this is all your fault. Second of all, Necromancer, I know that this is kind of on you too, because you didn't really do a whole hell of a lot for me.
I
and
tried.
I feel like, no, you didn't. You built a weird, strange army of decrepit skeletons, and it didn't help the slightest bit, and you're just kind of a jerk right now. You know what?
You should have told me he had dogs.
You know, I didn't know about the dogs, but you know, you should have thought about the dogs. And lastly, Warlock, you know, you are okay, but you've got kind of an attitude, and I don't know if you know that about yourself, but you're kind of a jerk at times. And so I don't know why you have to be that way. And so maybe solve that in your own life. And I'm just telling you this for your benefit, not for mine. So anyway, I'm dying.
I thought you were dying.
I am dying, you know? Let me do that on my own terms, okay?
This is
Finally.
that's unfortunate. I never trusted him anyway.
Though, I mean, he was kind of telling the truth about the wizard.
Look, it happened.
I tell you, the wizard is a fine lass.
Well, the wizard was a fine lass in her day.
Hey, she sadly helped me more than you did.
Well,
Exactly.
hey, I tried. This isn't
maybe
about
you didn't
what's
try
good
hard
for you,
enough.
but what's good for everyone.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
This isn't about what's good for you. It's about what's good for everyone.
Yes, I certainly helped you with your assassin.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if
And
if the
I certainly
wizard
helped the
started
wizard
war-
with her pestilence.
You did.
It's
And
not
look,
all about me.
you know, I'm not proud about the war and that I caused it, but you know,
Oh,
it happened.
you did cause it.
It happened. And
shit does
we can
happen.
only go forward from here.
You'll have to excuse me, there's an army of elves knocking down my door, and unicorns and pegasi flying in my window. I think I'm gonna have to deal with them. I don't hold out much hope, so I'd just like to say to you both, you're wonderful people. I know necromancers sometimes give it a bad name, dealing with the dead and stuff, but, you know, funeral directors do that and nobody's scared of them. Anyway, good luck in all your endeavors, and, no, they're breaking through! Oh my god! I gotta run!
Well, just you and I.
So, huh? I mean,
Awkward.
I am profiting from the war.
You know, you gotta deal with all kinds.
Listen, no hard feelings, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I got some wizarding stuff,
Yeah, I've got
magic
some.
stuff that I could teach you if you're into it.
Well, I'm a warlock.
I know, just magic stuff, you know.
We can have a drinking night.
Yeah,
High
let's do
five.
that. High
Crystal ball
fives.
high five.
We're alive, they're not.
Well, see you later.
And scene.
Well, see you later.